welcome back to Firewood Addicts to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. Today we're going to load up the cage. It's a nice fall day here in the PMW. I got a ping from a customer, a repeat customer, and she wants 2 cages of one order. She's going to be getting cedar blocks, chunks. Another order is going to be the same as what we got last time for an order. Going to do these small shortcuts of fir or softwood. So totally fine and dandy. I can do that, but there's some factors involved with this delivery and timing. Now, I guess maybe 3. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. The issue is she wants 2 cages. My truck can hold 1 this direction. I could try to feng shui it and have it be the other way. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe we can try it on this episode, or I like I did when I brought home 2 empty cages from my buddy Caleb down south of me. But what I did, so I had 2 cages, one that was more or less on the tailgate. Now, I don't want any weight on the tailgate. That's a no-no. No. So what I did was I had 2 2x4s, long 2x4s, and I had it under the first IBC tote, one here, and so I strapped the tote on top of the 2x4s, and then I had the second IBC tote on top of those 2x4s overhanging the tailgate, and I strapped that ICB tote to the first IBC tote, so there was less weight on the tailgate. I could do that in theory with this one, but I don't want a weight. I don't want wood on the tailgate, so I don't think I'm going to do that. But will this go the other way around? Let's try it. All right. So what I'm trying to do here, again, if I did not explain myself better earlier, is the way that the cage is sitting in the truck bed now is the long way is going this way. I want to see if the long way can go the other direction, so I can fit possibly 2 totes on here, maybe without having to thrash my truck. We'll see how it goes. Alright, now I remember when I transported those 2 totes in the back of my truck with no trailer, this is what I did. I turned them on the long way going passenger and driver, right? So it fits. It's just up on top of the wheel well, right? So if both sides sit on the wheel well, both sides, that should be fine. And then in theory you can put blocks underneath each corner, okay, to hold it upright type thing. Maybe that would work. And then what I did was I put 2 2x4s on the bed, and then at these 2 hooks at the corners, then I tried to set them down to the bed and then put the second ICP tote on top of those. So, but even with wood, it'd be a lot of weight on the tailgate. So we're gonna go with plan A and only have 1 ICP tote at a time. Granted, this lady is not very far away, so her delivery fee is minimal. It's small, and that, and she's a single woman, and she's older, and I want to not. I'm here to make money on firewood, but I don't want to dive too deep into people's pockets. I mean, to be reasonable as a firewood salesman person, right? So yeah, I'm not going to kill you on firewood, but I still want to make my profit. But I want to help people in the process. On a lot of sales, and basically with people who come back to me again and again and again to give me they want to buy my firewood again and again, which is great. So this is going to be for tomorrow morning though. So the other factor in this is I'm loading this now, and it's in the afternoon, but the woman wants to deliver in the morning because her grandson's going to be there to help offload or to stack it or whatever he's going to do. But I want to do this now because my wife is away currently. My wife and my daughter are on a girls trip. They're in Missouri right now, and so but I have my youngest. I have my son. He's 2, and today filming this is Friday, so tomorrow I have him over the weekend, daycare. I don't think that my parents will take him because they're going to go pick grapes or something with their friends. Anyway, I don't want to bother my parents, so I want to get this cage loaded. So anyway, what I'm trying to get at is I want to get this cage loaded because I can't load the truck with my son because he's 2. I mean, he's 2. What am I gonna do? So I'm gonna load this now in the afternoon on a Friday to deliver in the morning on a Saturday, and I'm hoping that maybe I can occupy him enough to do 1 cage. If I had to load 2 cages, I think that it would take forever for him to be in the yard or in the truck and be crying. Anyway, so life as a father, right? Anyway, it's fine. So I'm gonna load this now, at least 1 cage, in preparation for tomorrow morning to deliver it, with or without him. We'll see how this goes. It's fine. I probably won't film the delivery because I think the woman likes her privacy, which is totally fine. But I wanted to see if I figure out if I can get 2 cages in here. But anyway, now we know that's not gonna work. And in fact, hey, so maybe some of you are thinking to yourself, well, Travis, just borrow a trailer. Hey, that's a good idea. But with this lady's driveway, it's skinny and it does a snake thing, and where I park, it is not good to offload. It's probably faster for me to do 2 deliveries than it would be from having to load the truck, then the trailer, and having to snake my way back in there, offload. It wouldn't be very good. So it's just easy peasy. Spend the extra money on 2 delivery fees, and we should be good to go. So those are all the factors of this unique delivery circumstance. And she wants 2 cages for this delivery one time. Usually she gets one cage a delivery, and that's like once a month during the fall winter time. But this time she wants to deliver at the same time. So I will try my best to accommodate her. So anyway, look at this back to where it was and strapped up, and we'll start loading these small block pieces of fir and softwood. There's the load as it is now. Had the piece of plywood just to protect the top of the truck and the back window, because it is what it is. Be safe than sorry. Loosely tossed in here, rock and roll. And then I'd like to, every so often, put boards across the front area here, because so the wood doesn't fall out as I'm tossing it in. So then as I offload it, I take the boards out, I put them right here in the truck, so they don't fall out. So I was taking from this stack of this cage area, this stacked area of wood that I took the last time that you saw me deliver, and I was kind of picky on that one because a new customer, I wanted to make sure that the wood looks good, that it was attractive, good-looking pieces. Now this woman here, I know, is burning for heat, and she's on a budget. So some of the pieces, like this piece here, a little naughty, not very attractive, but that's going to make some good heat, especially for it being a softwood. Now, but I was somewhat picky in what I gave her because I have a bunch of these pieces here, and these pieces here are ugly. They're just mangled pieces. They're naughty that the champion just tore up, twisted, all this nonsense. Now, granted, this is going to be good firewood, but I don't want to show up at her house and have her this look of disgust, like, what did he bring me? Like, I don't, this looks odd. I mean, I could offer it to her still, but it's not going to stack well. There's pitch on it, sap on it, and it doesn't look good. So it's kind of like one of you viewers said, it's the a-hole pieces that don't want to stack, they're ugly. You put them in between the stacks, you put them on top. There's not good pieces. They're gonna burn really good in my wood stove, but I still don't feel comfortable putting them in the cage for this customer because they're just so ugly. And I hope that makes sense. So I still want to put some pieces in there, like I said. So I have another stack of small pieces right here that should be good to go. But let's check. Let's bring out the moisture meter and make sure this wood is dry enough. All right, so I forget where I got this wood. Definitely smaller chunks. I think it's gonna be all softwood. But took out the tarp, and so that's 17 on the outside. So I'm gonna guess 1920 on the inside. Check out this piece here. This is fine wood. I think this is fine wood to sell, I believe. I don't think this is part of my crappy stuff. 20 on the outside, so 22. $17.7. Take a piece from the middle, if I can get it. $16.6. So this wood's fine to go. So let me back up a little further. We'll add a few more pieces to top it off, and then the load will be done. You saw me use my camera. I was recording or having to tape, film the cage and send that to the customer. Now, and this is something that I didn't think of. Other YouTubers have done it before to make sure that you're transparent as possible between you, the seller, and the buyer of the firewood to make sure they know what they're getting. So she has bought one from me before. She knows what she's getting, but I want to make sure that I continue with that tradition of I'm going to show you a picture or a little clip of your load. And then I have strapped on the mesh tarp over it so nothing will fall out in theory. And I'm looking at the forecast for tomorrow. Look, it's going to be rain, 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 and overnight tonight it's going to be rain. So what I'm going to do is, because this order is not going to go out until tomorrow morning, I'm going to before I go to bed, I'm going to tarp it off with a regular tarp, so that way it will stay as dry as possible, and then I will deliver it when the customer is ready. So that's it for this part. So let's go. Hopefully I can get back to you when we're going to be loading the second cage, and that will be the cedar chunks. That'll be right now. And we're back from the first load being offloaded. I did not film the delivery because I don't. You don't need to see me offloading the wood. It's just, anyway, it's fine. But what the customer requested is she wanted me to bring my chainsaw to cut up she said too long, but what she meant was some of her pieces of firewood are too big for her wood stove. So she needs me to resplit a few pieces. And so I didn't need to bring my chainsaw. So what I did is I offloaded the cage of the small splits or small cuts of softwood, of fir, and I brought back with me a few pieces of wood that she wants to be split smaller. So I'm not gonna charge her for this. This is just extra work, but I want to make sure that she's warm. You know, it takes me a few minutes with my splitter. All she has is like a little hatchet. Like that's not gonna split through this knotty wood. So yes, it's kind of out of my way. I'm doing it for free, but just to, I mean, do what you can to help other people. And it's gonna take me a few minutes to split this with my splitter. I'm not gonna charge her that. And she asked for some kindling too, and I'm just gonna give her a box of my scrap pieces of cedar for free, because I could charge her $5 for the box, but I mean, I'm not out to have this be a full-time moneymaker. I'm not out to gouge people. Yes, I make money, but I don't want to be that type of firewood seller that it's all about profit. I want to make sure that my neighbors, the people who live in my community, are warm, and the prices for my firewood are fair. And I encourage you, if you do sell firewood, to have that same approach, the same mentality of that type of thing. Yes, I mean, if you're doing this full time, it may be different, but as a side hustle, I think it's fair and okay, especially when you get into wood for free, to yes, make that profit, but not have it be always about money. So anyway, let's get these 4 pieces split up, and then we'll load it with some cedar chunks. So we got back from the delivery, got paid. Yeah, it's picking up, I guess, for the deliveries, but I didn't, like I told the customer, I didn't get a lot of wood over the summer. So my inventory for like bulk sales is very limited. I think I put a dent in one of the box areas where I have my cedar chunks, but I have probably enough for at least another 4 more cages like this size here. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, if anything picks up. But I'm not taking in any more wood at the moment. I have enough I need to split, so I don't have my account on chip drop up at the moment. But yeah, it went well. It's a good feeling when you're able to sell wood, and especially wood that is not desirable, or it's like wood that was just tossed, or it's wood that I can't sell at the firewood stand, and still make profit on it. So it's worth the time to take in discarded wood, and still be able to flip it or to make profit on it. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Until next time, life's too short to be a prick. So stay kind to one another. Rock and roll. Stay safe, keep cutting. Cheers.